Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Let's continue our adventure. So we are getting there. We almost capped on mythic crests. Sorry, I was looking what I need. This is the black sheep of the family. We definitely need a pit of sorrow. Also, this was not timed the overtime, unfortunately. The group was bent on doing something which did not help. On the bird boss, instead of going wind, they went at fire. We tried fire multiple times and failed. The healer could not keep up. And after that, after 2 wipes, the group kind of gave up. Up until then, we were relatively similar in DPS output. After the group just kind of gave up, I was like doubling the damage output of the other two DPSs. So the morale was down, and because of that, we did not manage to do it in time. But it is what it is. So we will search for an academy. We already have the teleport since Dragonflight, but just to increase our rating for a bit. I think there is another reward at 2.5k. I'm not sure though. I might be mistaken, but we shall see. And also do a pit of Sauron. Ideally this week, which we will try to put 3k. We'll see how it goes. For now, farming the rest of the crests should be our main focus. We still need like 67 crests. We are capped on heroic crests. I'm still on the fence if I should upgrade my chest piece and hands, which are both really good in terms of stats. That's what I want to go for. But yeah, we shall see. This rig is horrendous. That's the best that we have. This, which is good, is like low wide level. So overall, we didn't really get any good updates, but we keep pushing. I mean, I got 2 trinkets that I'm pretty sure they're good for Arcane and Mage, but Arcane and Fire, but not, of course. We also have this head, which again, good. So that's what it is. Now let us go and search for some dungeons. We did the raid finder, hoping to get one more tier piece to get do some shenanigans with 4 piece. Was not meant to be. Didn't got anything. Now let's nothing. So we have a 10. This is a 2. And wants to get it to a 10. Well, nice. I appreciate it. Academy 10. There we go. We need an academy. In 11 academy, but there's no tank. So groups that do not have already, say the base is already fulfilled. Groups that do not have tank is a pain to get into, or to wait. Basically, there's a huge gap in tank players. So yeah, if we can't find anything else, might as well do some hierarchies, right? But again, we all those hierarchies should come with with tanks. Okay, we can't find what we want. Let's go for look for specific loot. In terms of trinkets, our trinkets are from raid. We don't care about that. We need the rest of the items. So let's go for stats. Crit haste, not bad, not good. Verse, no. Verse, mastery, haste, verse, haste, verse. Okay, so Magister Terrence is a bummer, not worth it. Caverns. I know the trinket from Caverns is decent. This one, okay. Not this one. I think this one. We'll keep both of them for streaming. Obviously, every item, every piece of trinket that we get, we will keep and stream. We go from there. But again, nothing that we're interested in. Nexus. well, it's this finger, but it's not that amazing. Windrunner. Oh, for Windrunner, we have the head. Okay, the headpiece for Windrunner is good. The shoulders are good. And that's about it. Okay, so we have two pieces from Windrunner Academy. I know for Academy we have, we already got the chest piece, which is good. But we also have this ring, which is amazing. So the ring from Academy. Pit of Sauron, I think this is a bad one as well. Well, the neck is good because it gives a ton of crit. So okay, we'll go for neck. What else? Waist, no fit, no ring. I think the ring could be good also. I'm pretty sure this. Okay, I don't think this is good either. So the ring, maybe. Seat of Triumph. I know this drops a lot of items, so it drops a headpiece. We already got the hands from it, so also the ring. No, feet no, and so only headpiece remained. Neck no, yeah, only the headpiece. Skyreach. Ooh, the back to Skyreach. Okay, there's a back. And potential feet. And because of the item level, it will definitely be an increase. That was it, man. The loot is not that great, to be honest. It's nothing like, ooh, I want that. So, ooh, caverns. There's a 12. We'll go for a 12. Another 12 caverns. We should go for that. Pit of Sauron 10. There we go. We want that Pit of Sauron the most. Windrunner, sure. We do need that headpiece. Triumph. The headpiece was from Triumph as well. What else do we have? 12 Skyreach. Right, Skyreach is hard. It's really hard. So above 10, it's okay for most of the dungeons. Above 10, the difficulty skyrockets. So yeah, Skyreach 10. There we go. We did not get invited here. Caverns 12. Okay, there we go. We got into a group. Let's go there. Let's go for the caverns. Oh, I also have one more prey. I think these are not part of. If I'm not mistaken. These 20 are not part of the cap, so this should be above. If not, oh well, it is what it is. Let's be polite. Say our greetings in chat. Hey. On my way. I'm pretty sure I'm repaired, but let's double check. Yes, I am repaired. Well, we have food. We can sell this already. Dog shit. This right here was my reward from the map in the Delve. How bad of RNG should you have to get this piece of crap? Yeah, RNG was really bad. Not on our side at all. We farmed a lot of dungeons. We got a lot of nothing out of it. I mean, we got like 6 trinkets. All of them were bad. We got rings that are bad. Gear is not great. It is what it is. There we go. Drop a table on the ground. Loop the weapon. Flask up and get some food down the throat. I'm the only one who provides a buff. No, we have a burst from the druid. So there's a plus. Coffee. Kohi. Good. We are getting ready. So I'm ready. I have flask. I have blue bond, lubricated weapon. I have food buff. I have buffed everyone. I have placed the table. I got the cookies. Let's pump. Switch these. Double check the talents. All good. We're ready. So let's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're asking when they want last. Usually, tank should say.
2, 1.
Hello, thank you so much for the follow. Yo, hey. Okay, so as I was saying, tank should ask for last if he does like some crazy pull. Doesn't. Okay, it is the case here. We will last definitely because that is nasty pull.
Rain of Toads.
Oh, I'm great, thank you. How are you? I'm, back on the grind. I was missing M+ so much. Glad it's finally available for us. We can now have fun. I had a blast.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
That's why the pull is nasty, because I got all of this in seconds. Big pull, squishy targets. Man, and that thing right here. Oh, thank that.
Deafening aggro. Aggro.
That's, yeah. Well, yeah, first pull, but you went way too deep, my friend. It's a 12. I think the elephant was too much. So yeah, too big of a pull. Said true. Let's go. Okay, I think we abandon it, which is even said. I hate this kind of attitude. It's like, we failed one pull, we not even try anymore. Like, come on, move. Go. Go. No. I don't want to abandon. Nah, okay. So, yeah. Okay, thanks for the run, I guess. Thanks for another run. Portal here. Portal here. So this is a failed run. And I don't like the mentality of the group, so I don't want to continue even if they go with an 11. I mean, okay, you fucked up the pool. Maybe you do deplete the key. But at least, try it. Put some effort in. Learn from, do it again. See what you can and you can't do. There will probably be other pulls that you can't force because the gear is not there yet. Hey, yes, I am live on YouTube and Twitch as well. I do have a Instagram and a TikTok page, which I don't live, but I do post like shorts of my successes, let's call them. I do not have an X. I mean, I have a personal one. I actually don't see the need for one for my channel so far. Maybe if I make it big and all those thousands of people that need to be updated when I go live, which I doubt, but maybe I will get an X as well. But yeah, that's why you're here. Ask your mind. I don't mind. If I can answer it, I will. Pit of Sauron. It's a DPS, but you know what? Let's restore block there and search for the other big keys. Why is that 10-2 there? I don't know. Yeah, this is a group with earlier. I don't want that. We have this academy. We should join. No, sorry. I mean, it's not that don't accept. I don't have a plan for now investing in art for channel. The channel needs to be more mature in order to go for that. So if the channel matures enough, sure, we can talk then. But so far, I do not see the immediate benefit. So my plan is to grow it slowly. If it grows, I'm still doing this as a side project. I still have a day job, and I don't plan on quitting that day job anytime soon. So yeah, if this channel blows and it provides income, I will reinvest that income back into the channel. But that is about it. Okay, let's go for this. Never mind, I got declined instantly. Nexus point 11. Sure, we'll go for Nexus point. Competitive Skyreach, but we have the healer, which is a lever. Yeah, mate. Sure, I'll get competitive with you, bro. Come on, like real. I want to be competitive, and I'm a quitter. Can't. That's not how it works. Another Pit of Sorrow, another Mage. I mean, at this point, I just wanted for the. This is another streamer. So. Am I? Okay, I'm at 5. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you're an artist, you can definitely do better than I can do in any sort of art. Sure. I mean, look in the description, I have a a Discord server, and in that Discord server, there is an actual channel for art where you can post your art. It's not only for me to see; it's everyone who is in that Discord can see it. I have like 2 more small streamers in there as well that I keep in touch with, so they can see your portfolio as well. So you're more than welcome to do that. That's why I created that channel for people like you who want to expose their art, and for the guys that I'm connected to see your art. So it's a win-win for everyone. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're not getting. No worries. I'm pretty sure we're not getting these keys. Oh, this is a 12 Pit of Sauron. We will go for that. Skyreach. That's a stray. Oh, not a 12 Pit of Sauron. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Skyreach is a pain. The second boss is a pain in Skyreach. Okay, let's drop these. There's clearly not a point in applying to those anymore. After 2 minutes, if you do not get an invite, they're definitely not. They don't want you. And I hate people that do that. It's like, you don't want me? Sure. It's it's your party. Just decline me. Don't let me hang in there and I can't apply for other because you have a limit of 5. Like, what's the point? Competitive Academy. Sure. I mean, I want to finish it. Yeah. Pit of Sauron competitive. I don't know what's. Sure. I'm competitive. I want to be competitive. I should. My key is low because I could not find the group yesterday, and at some point I was like, I'm wasting time trying to raise my key. I should just join tents, and it seems like that was definitely a mistake because now I'm at the mercy of others. Oh, there we go, finally. Perfect. We got into a Pit of Sauron. Wait, there's no tank in it, which sucks because, as you can see, there's only DPS applied. And that's no bueno. Let's repair. The tanks are really scarce right now. Sure. It's sad to see, but I feel like there are less tanks than ever. You know what? Let's sell that trinket because it bothers me that I wasted my good luck on this. Yo, hey, I was just thinking about it that I haven't seen you live. I looked for you if you were live last night as well. How are you, mate? Is the season treating you well? I got some really good progress yesterday. I played like a madman. Oh, nice. The good old co-ops. I feel like with the online gaming, the co-ops games are like slowly dying. Back in my day, I still remember those like LAN parties when you strap your. Okay. I was thinking like you play like some single player co-op type of game. Yeah. Check this progress. We ignore this. This is the black sheep of the family. But I've worked hard yesterday. I worked really hard. Yeah. I also managed to get this bad boy right here. This is my pride and joy because anything else was a no-go. But this and of course this bad boy here as well. This was from the vault, so this was a lucky strike right here. But this one was farmed. And apparently, I got really lucky because there was a bug, and I think is still around where Blizzard fucked up things. If you upgrade your weapon, you have a chance to lose your mythic crests when you upgrade it. So that's a no-go. After I got my weapon, someone from the guild said that, yeah, I know it's kind of low, but all my upgrades are bad. Like, look, I have 2 heroic rings right here that are dog shit for my spec, but are really good for arcane and fire. Yeah, but I'm boosted by the weapon because the weapon is 285. So that's why my item. Also, I upgraded the trinket to the max as well because it's like the best trinket you can go for as a frost mage. So those are high pieces. Yeah. Look, almost all of them. Now I'm going for this as well. It's really easy. That's what I'm forcing to do as much as I can now. And I have a picture on my guild Discord where I flex it because I started early in the morning. I was like the 8th mage in higher rank mage, the 8th place on my realm, and I think it was 100 world. Of course, it was because it was the start of the season and it was early in the morning. I got to do some like high keys fast, but it was fun to see myself that high on the list. Now it's like I plummet, I think. Let me check for a bit, but I'm pretty sure now it's really low. What I am right now, I am 200 on realm and 3000 on world. Now you should push harder. They're really easy. They screwed up the difficulty up to 10. From 10 to 11, there's a huge spike in difficulty. Yeah, this is a bug. I did some with the guild, but we only have like two. We have the main tanks, we have two, and we have some people that off tank, but they don't really want to. So tanks are really scarce. Well, I'm not that familiar with tank mechanics, but there should not be that many. Also, do you see my nameplates? Do you have this add-on? This will help you a ton. So you can see that different different colors. It's Platinator, what I'm using add-ons. There you go, Platinator. That's the add-on, and I have a profile from a really famous Jundies that used to do mechanics in back in the day. And the color scheme is as follows: the teal color, the light blue that you see, that's a caster, and it's does nasty. Not only that's a caster, does nasty cast. So you need to keep interrupting it. And then you have like the purple, which this is the beefy boy. Like you need to focus this as your prior target and splash into the others. Not only it has more HP, it's the most important guy in the pack. So by color scheme, you go purple, light, teal, blue, and then the others. So you know that you need to interrupt this guy and focus this guy. And plus done easy by others. Yeah, you can play with it. But yeah, 3 colors because that's the rule of thumb. Usually you either have a beefy boy in a pack or a caster. Like a nasty caster. The red ones are like nobodies that are there just for for the numbers and percentage. If you pay attention to those guys, everything should be okay. As for the bosses, yeah, there are some mechanics that I can explain those. In Trash, I think there's a tactic, I think it is. He plays mainly he plays as a tank and has some I watched a 2-hour video of going for quick trips on each dungeon itself. I mean, I tried to, I haven't finished it because I didn't have the time. But overall, you just need to know how to pull, basically, because there are some nasty pulls in there. If you can pull like 20 mobs and not sweat at all, and you can pull 2 that wipes the So yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat. The tank was AFK. So 2 mobs can wipe your group easy, while you can pull like 20 and everything is normal. I think there's like a dungeon. It's the method one. I'm not. Just a second. Method right tools. I think it is. No, not here. There it is. And I think it has a right tools. I haven't used it, but for tanks, I know that has like. No, this is not it. There's an add-on to when you can plan your route. So you have the map and all the mobs on it, and you can click on it and you see the percentage that you get by the end. So you know what to pull. And like big streamers and high like MDI tanks put their routes in there, and you can have it on a second monitor. Like, okay, I need to pull this pack, this pack, this pack, and it also tells you how many packs you should do in each pull to make it safe. Okay, our tank do not want us to pull mobs. Okie dokie, we shall not do that. Am I repaired? I am. It can be scary at first, yeah, because there's a lot of things happening.
5, 4,
I know that
2,
after I took a break, when I came back, I was like, okay, let's do like 2s and 4s, and at some point, when I joined the guild, like, okay, let's jump into time keys. Mate, I haven't done the high keys. No, it's okay. Come with us. And it was not that bad. So after you get a bit of confidence, I mean, you can screw up +2s out easy. Say this one is a interruptible, and we do our. As a Frost Mage, I have a combo that I try to do for each pack in itself, which is a Frozen Orb into a Ray, and then we shatter our way through. And our Demon Hunter went ham for this. Yes, purple is the most important one, and is the most beefy one as well, so they usually have the most HP. They also
Icy
do,
Blast.
in theory, they do the nastiest things. So the priority is purple, then teal. If you see the purple is not
Torrent of
casting, but the teal is, I always interrupt the teal as well. Just switch target to interrupt and then focus back on the Lich, in this case. But why we
Icy
go
Blast.
for like so easy pulls? Also, as you see, the cast is usually yellow, but if you saw that orange one, it's because my cooldown, my interrupt cooldown was not available. So I see it as an orange. I say that I need to interrupt it, but I can't interrupt it because I don't have the cooldown. That's also like a small gimmick. And
Shadow Bolt.
also, like if the cast is
Shadow
not
Bolt.
interruptible, you will see it as a red cast.
Shadow Bolt.
Let's
Shadow Bolt.
disorientate these guys.
Shadow Bolt.
Interrupt that. And we're doing some really small pulls. I was hoping for more. I need to reorganize my cooldowns, because at this point I will not do any damage. I'm used to for bigger pulls, but I think the tank is a bit scared. Or he has some plan in mind, I don't know. That could also be it. If you don't do big pulls, I usually tend to keep my cooldowns for like I see he goes for a pull, then I'm waiting to grab the next pack, and I'm keeping like a few seconds the cooldown, then I see that he not pulling the next pack, and I was like, okay, now it's too late to use the cooldown because it will be a waste.
Icy Blast.
Interrupt that and go full ham on this one because it's clear that he will not pull more than this.
Torrent of Misery.
Kind of learn for a bit how it works. Also, so this is the FX. You have these balls. It's all about the balls in this expansion,
Icy
to be honest.
Blast.
Those balls rotate around you, and you need to touch someone else's balls, and someone needs to touch you. It's a circle jerk. That's the FX. The
Plague
first
Frenzy.
FX you have,
Aggro.
it's this week is fortified. Basically, all the trash hit harder, have more HP, are nastier than usual. The second one you get at +10 is tyrannical, and the tyrannical is the one that buffs the bosses. So at a +10 you have beefy trash and beefy bosses. But because the first one is the fortified, always the trash will be more harder than the bosses, even if you get both of them. So the one that starts first, next week will be the other way around. So tyrannical will be first, so but by 10, when you have tyrannical and fortified, the bosses will still be way nastier. And also, say this is really important guy in Pit of Sauron.
Sponge Grip.
This guy, it targets a player, raise it into the air for a bit. You can target as well, but you need a group help. And if it's not killed in a certain amount of time, he will fly with you and drop you from the air to plummet to your death. Luckily, I have slow fall and I have blink, so I think I'm safe. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know. Back in the day, it worked. Now, I'm not sure because they changed quite a bit. Can I jump? Yeah, no, I can't. But I do have envy if needed. Okay, my tank decided to switch paths. Follow the tank. Okay, the tank seemed really confident and had like, don't pull without me. So I'm assuming he has a very particular route in mind. We will follow
Icy
that.
Blast.
Interrupt this into a big combo. Get out of swirlies.
Torrent of Misery.
They are never good. Man, see, that one spell took half of our HP. That's the next one,
Icy Blast.
and I can't do anything about it. So we will switch targets, and we will blast this guy with the Frost. As a Frost
Dark
Mage,
Rupture.
my damage comes from Shatter, and to Shatter I need to
Frostbane
raise these
Slash.
freezy stacks. So I always need to target the beefiest boy out there, so I can put a lot of freezing stacks on them, then shatter them. If the targets die too fast, my damage is shit. As you can see, all my damage comes from Shatter. Now it was Rare Frost as well, because I did basically 2 cooldowns
Frostbane Slash.
of Rare Frost in here. but I need them beefy boys. So now that the target died, I do splash some freezing stacks, but not enough. So switching targets is the hardest for a frost mage, and the less lucrative.
Frost breath.
Okay, this frontal is really nasty. Yes, I think it's one shot, to be honest. Okay, we got the dragon. We switch to
Dark
the
rupture.
other guy, and we pull for more. Right? Yeah. So, God damn it! I think I wasted my cooldown. I did. So that's nasty
Shadow Bolt.
because what happened? I interrupted again with someone else.
Plunge
Kill
grave.
the birdie. Okay. I think if you can also interrupt it after you break the shield of the bird, and when you interrupt, it drops the guy. So you don't need to kill it per se. You just need to interrupt it, but it's immune to interrupt as long as it has the shield up. You can press interrupt, but you lose your cooldown and nothing will
blast.
happen. So also always pay attention to mobs with
Torrent of
shields.
Misery.
So that's another mechanic that was introduced recently, but I say it a lot in this season. All the mobs that have cast and shield, it will
Icy
be
blast.
immune to interrupts if the shield is active. That's even in the raid as well, not only in M+. But except that, it's like at 10s they hit hard, so have mitigation up all the time, and avoid swordless. That's about it. Usually the rest of like interrupts and stuff, the DPS should deal with it. Now, I say that as a DPS, but in the same time, I'm a DPS. I love my cooldowns. I might skip an interrupt here and there, so pay attention to that as well. You're not a DPS if you're not skipping a kick for to finish your CD. I'm just saying. You're a tank or a healer in disguise if you prioritize interrupt over DPS.
Shadow bolt.
I mean, when it's like a one-shot mechanic, I interrupt my cooldowns and I screw
Shadow
my
bolt.
DPS for it. But otherwise, nah.
Shadow bolt.
Okay, like this guy is
Shadow
pretty
bolt.
nasty. It's interrupted.
Shadow
Oh, nice.
bolt.
So that's the beauty of a decay. I will use a ray here, although they're kind of low. See, I can see that guy's casting in the background, but there we go. Now interrupted. I do not want to interrupt my Era of Frost because that's my biggest cooldown is the channel ability. So I want to finish that
Aggro.
and then interrupt. Let's go target the Rider
Frostbane
because
slash.
I know for a fact that the Rider will outlast the Portal Drake. So we will target the Rider for the
Aggro.
freezing mechanic. I screwed
Ice
up
bolt.
my interrupt there. That's not good.
Frostbane slash.
But it's also okay that the tank is on top of things. Let's use the breath. Help the healer for a
Dark
bit.
rupture.
Do not look at healer's mana. He's a shaman. He doesn't use mana for healing.
Frostbane
That doesn't mean
slash.
he's just doing okay. Bam. So with this dungeon, I will hit the 2.5k rating, and I think there's a reward for me. Either at 2.5 or at 3k. I can't remember. I think it's 2.5k. Is the last reward from. Sure. Let's
Throw
go
Sorrow
like this.
Throw Sorrow Knight.
I think the tank will clear that Starlight. I think I put this way too far. My bad there. I should have placed it closer to the group. But tank should be able to move the boss easy. It's not that bad. Not the greatest
Glacial
thing I
Overload.
did, but for sure not that bad. Nice.
Glacial overload.
My
Stomp.
DPS took no damage. My DK took no damage with that with AMS. What the hell?
Throw Sorrow Knight.
DKs are broken
Throw
with
Sorrow
that
Knight.
AMS. It's like for real now. Even in raid you can neglect mechanics. Not like you take less damage. You just
Or breaker.
you make mechanics trivial. It should not be the case. We found a spot. Okay. We shall blink out of that. Because the... it will come
Glacial
from there.
overload.
Oh, never mind. Still from this. Okay. I was under the impression that it rotates between the
Glacial
forges
overload.
to pulse damage.
Cryostomp.
My bad. Perfect. Now that this mechanic's up,
Throw
let's
Sorrow
shatter
Knight.
fast.
Throw Sorrow Knight.
And fuck. We have to do the old way. There we go. Now we can use the combo of Frozen Orb
Or
and
Breaker.
Ray. Because we do not need to move for a bit now. I have not used the pre-pot here. I will use it on the next boss because we will not have loss. So
Glacial
trying
overload.
to make sure that I have some kind of... Oh,
Glacial
if I go
overload.
back, never mind, I'm taking damage.
Cryostomp.
So that's bad from Blizzard. So you need to hide behind that stone, but
Throw Sorrow Knight.
and if you see the
Throw
red skull
Sorrow
above
Knight.
your head, it means you're not hidden properly. If the skull is gone, you're hidden and you will not take damage from the mechanic. But as you can see earlier, if I'm behind a rock and I move further away from it, also even though I'm behind it, the skull does not appear, but I still take damage. So I mean,
Icy Blast.
the Blizzard needs a QA. I'm just saying, Blizz, if you're hiring, I'm here.
Torrent.
That's my
Misery.
job. I can do a pretty good job. I was a game tester. That's why I started my career like 10, 12 years ago. I can still help you. So ping me.
Icy Blast.
With how many bugs they had since Wednesday. And actually, since the release of the expansion, they have a lot of stupid bugs. Some nasty, some not. Some trivial, but a shit ton of them. And it should not be acceptable, to be honest. That's what I say, please. You definitely better QA. Stop relying on all that AI shit. Get some real man in there. Preferably someone who actually fucking plays the game and
Dark
knows his
Rupture.
shit. And, uses all the weird interaction that you have in game to try and cheese everything.
Frostbane Slash.
In this, in our line of work, we call that destructive testing, when you focus your attention into breaking stuff. I know it sounds fun, and it is as fun as it sounds.
Ice Bolt. Ice Bolt. Ice Bolt.
I think we're doing pretty good
Ice Bolt.
because we only have like a few percentages, but if I'm not mistaken, you get a shit ton of percentage from the elemental inside the tunnel. And I think so. Basically, I think here we just skip these and jump to the second boss. We are done with... Oh no, we need one more captive. No one talk to that guy? Okay.
Ice Bolt.
Let's use a raid there. See,
Ice Bolt.
he's casting, but I'm casting as well, so my cast is more important than his. That's a DPS mentality. Do as I say, not as
Ice
I do.
Bolt.
You always interrupt.
Ice Bolt.
Don't be me. There we go. 6 out of 6. Oh, the Demon Hunter went for my ball. That's nice, but we still have 4, so someone did screw up. So, oh, we're pulling those as well? At least pull them to the boss. There we go. Good. So in here we will use the pre-pot because we don't have lust. Interrupt the Kirk. Like this one, right here. Interrupt. There we go. He does some nasty stuff. I screwed up my
Plague Expulsion.
tap targeting there. Need to pay more attention to that. I have nothing for the other shades. And
Light Smash.
There we go. Move the boss. But move it to the shade. Otherwise, the Kirk stuff. Otherwise, we will not be able to. Wait.
Aggro.
Keep the boss to the Kirk here.
Get M. Ick.
Okay, now someone will get
Lumbering
chased down
fixation.
to the end of the world. Preemptively, we will move to the back.
Aggro. Lumbering fixation.
See, I'm next.
Lumbering fixation.
It's okay. He will not reach me.
Lumbering fixation. Lumbering fixation.
Get his ball.
Lumbering fixation. Lumbering fixation.
That should be the last one. I think he chased everyone so far. Yeah. We go back to the Kirk guy.
Aggro.
Get this one as
Shadow
well.
bind.
Interrupt that. No. I tried. Did not work. Use the combo
Death
here.
bolt.
The slightest bit of AoE makes a huge difference for a Frost Mage, as you can see in the DPS meter. And is in 2-target cleave, I'm the best out of there. It's like you will not find anything better than that. In 2-target cleave. The best of both worlds.
Lumbering fixation.
I will not use the Rare Frost because this
Lumbering
guy's dead.
fixation.
Yeah. And we want to keep it for the next pack because I have a feeling that the tank will pull big. So probably the whole bridge. Or pant, parapant, or whatever, this whole area. So it'll go up until the entrance of the cave. At least that's how he should. It seems like he's not that courageous.
Frostbane slash. Ice bolt.
There we go, interrupted our target. We switch back to the prio. We did our job. Take it and move forward with your life. Oh, we should definitely
Dark
switch target to
Rupture.
this one because it has more HP.
Frostbane slash. Aggro.
Great shattering there. Nice. Let's go with a big icy spike. Blink to avoid shit on the ground. We blink poorly. And because we blinked that poorly, we interrupted ourselves. I mean, not blink poorly, we
Dark
blinked.
rupture.
Oh, the blink was okay, not fast enough to do a 360, basically. Sure, go full hab here as well on this guy, although he doesn't have that much HP. Is the caster, so
Shadow
he's the most
bolt.
important mob that we could have focused anyway. Okay, nice. There we go, easy. We clear this, and now we go inside. Inside, the most important thing is the elemental, who has a ton of HP. Okay, there are two guys, but we should. Okay, we do not take them to the elemental. Wow,
Icy
why not?
blast.
Okay, again, we trust the tank. He
Torrent of
knows
misery.
he should. No worries, mate. I have a cat. And the only reason I have a cat, the kids wanted a pet. Right. I did not want to
Icy
take care of
blast.
it. So that's how we ended up with a cat. I think I prefer dogs over cats. They're like. But getting up, I live in an apartment, not a house. So going outside in winter at 5 in the morning to walk the dog,
Aggro.
no, thank you.
Ice bolt.
That's a death sentence for me. It's like, no. It's enough that I have to wake up like in the middle. Ah, shit. Man, that leap hits hard. Oh, nice. We got a combat rest. Let's pop some big defensive here. And
Ice bolt.
we
Aggro.
still have the shatter. Nice. So that leap was incredibly powerful from that stupid undead guy. I don't think I said anything. I didn't pay attention, but I'm pretty
Cryoburst.
sure I did not stay in the falling ceiling. In here, after the ice went down, you move up because this will take the whole room. Now we shatter.
Focused guard. Focused guard.
Ideally, you stack together here. That's how you should work. We will wait for the next icy thing to come down, and then never mind. Well, I don't think we will use any cooldowns, to be honest. Because you know what? I'll use the orb because I don't need the
Cryo burst.
hero crests or piece of gear. Actually, so from 9 you get yes, but you get from like I think from 7 you get heroic pieces. I'm not exactly sure if it's from 7, but from 8 for sure. From 9 you start to get mythic crests, which right now that the only source of mythic is from mythic raiding, but starting next week you will get from the vault. Yes, there's no cooldown on it. And since you haven't done in, well, let's pop everything into this big boy right here. So because you didn't do in like a long time the mythic plus, now
Lord's brand.
the highest mythic plus that
Skirtle
would
Lord's
get you
Reckoning.
rewards, basically it's 10. So after 10 you get diminishing returns. Up until 12 you get more crests, more mythic crests, and after 12 you get nothing else. So what happens at 10, Blizzard decides that's the maximum dungeon level of key. So at 10 you get a teleport.
Skirtle Lord's
You get an achievement and you get a teleport to the dungeon.
Skirtle Lord's Reckoning.
It's an 8-hour cooldown, but if you teleport to the dungeon and you do the dungeon, like
Army
you
of
kill
the
it, then you reset the cooldown of the teleport. So basically you don't need to walk anywhere anymore. We shall patiently wait here. Do a shatter now, do a full ray of frost. Yeah, it's really nice. That teleport is amazing. Move, do full combos. So he said in AMZ thinking he was safe. Nah, you're not safe from that. So for this boss, you see this
Bone
pile of
infusion.
ball. No, I'm using bigwigs, but it's the same thing. Basically, every add-on such as this, everything that it does is just display differently what Blizzard already does.
Skirtle Lord's
They don't
Brand.
have the power to pull data.
Skirtle Lord's Reckoning.
This is actually the timeline. What bigwigs does.
Grasp.
So this is the Blizzard thing. What bigwig does is just change the icons to look prettier. And you also have these bars right here. These are not Blizzard. These are from bigwigs. But what you see here is the same with the line there.
Skirtle Lord's Brand.
So I was saying the main mechanic of this fight are the
Skirtle
pile
Lord's
of bones. You can see some of them have like a arrow above them. Ideally, you freeze as
Army
much
of
as
the Dead.
possible. You freeze them as a DPS when you get the hit from the worm. Sure. I have a command. You can see all my add-ons in. I think it's exclamation mark add-ons, and it will send you to my page, my profile page in Curse, and you can see all my add-ons there. I had some people ask me, and I went out of my head to
Plague Bolt.
create that. Nice. There we go. Keystone Hero. This is the last achievement you get from Mythic Plus. 2.5k, it's the highest rating that Blizzard gives you achievement at. Never melting, guys. No, drink it. Okay, you got to drink it. So we got no loot, as usual. I'm so cursed. But we got the Gleaming Sun mode. Okay, let's do a portal for the boys. For here. Thanks for the run. Thank you. So, with this out of the way, we need an academy. We have the teleport from academy to the academy from the Dragonflight, but we failed our key this run because the tank and the DPS who were in a party together, they did not read the new tactics, and they went with the tactics from back in Dragonflight. Just a second, Rebecca. Courier is here. Okay, sorry, I am back. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, we have the teleport from Dragonflight for the Academy, but we failed our run yesterday because the tank did not want to listen to me, and at the bird, instead of going for the wind, which is the new tactic we do this season, at least for now. Sure, we can definitely do. Tonight I am continuing with the raid. We will go heroic, and but on Friday I'm free. Yeah, sure. So my Thursday, Monday, and Sunday, I have raid days. We will go into heroic, and this week I might get another raid day. We shall see. So the plan is to raid heroic. Then depending on how we stay, we are on the tier. So like if we have multiple persons that have like 3 out of 4, we will do a normal run, so we can cover that because the 4-piece bonus is really strong. If not, we will go into the mythic and we'll start progressing mythic. That's the plan. And to be honest, I think there'll be a lot of actually it depends. I see that the race to world first is like they already killed dragons, which from my point of view, the Belgor and Ezorak are the hardest boss. Maybe the others are in mythic, they are higher DPS check, but intensity of mechanics, the dragons are the worst. Close to it is the Vanguard, and this is more like a struggle on the tanks, because all the shit that goes around, they need to be really sharp on their tank swap. And it's nasty because you have to swap mid-cast, and 2 tanks, 3 bosses. Apparently it's really nasty as a tank. I haven't played as a tank. As a DPS is YOLOing it. But I tried to pug it because we didn't have time to do it in heroic. The raid days were over, so and I tried to pug it. The tanks could not get the swap, and then I discussed with the main tank in our guild. It's like, yeah, But at the end of the fight, our tank was failing the start of the fight. At the start, it's easy, but towards the end, there's so many mechanics overlapping. It's hard to pay attention to that swap with in Judgment. Crown of Cosmos, it was nerfed, like with this reset for heroic and normal. I don't know about mythic, but I don't think so. So only heroic and normal. And mechanically, again, I think it's on the same with these, but you need less coordination. I don't know how to say it. It didn't feel that hard. I think the dragons were harder than, at least on normal, the dragons were harder than the crown. On heroic, I think they're close again. In mythic, there might be a huge spike. To be honest, I hope that Blizz brings back hidden phases for mythic. It would make things more interesting. But yeah, we shall see how the progress goes. It's either we will be doing okay or we will struggle like hell. There's no in between. With that out of the way, let's push for Academy. Let's get that done as well. And go further. Let's see. 11. So for the add-ons, what happens is Twitch used to had a collab with Curse. I think Twitch owned Curse at some point, or was a partner or something like that. And you had an integrated thing with Curse, which was easy for streamers to put their add-ons. Nowadays, you can't do that anymore. So the way around, what you can do is you log in into your Curse and you add to favorites, favorite your add-ons. And then you basically what you have there is the URL to my favorite add-ons in Curse. So for Platinator, just a second. For Platinator I use Jundis. It's one of the big names in the community of Plater. He usually did Plater profiles, but Plater is worse now than Platinator, so that's how we got to this. And I'll post you the URL. This is the URL for Jundis profile. You copy and import that into your Platinator. So you go options, add-ons, Platinator, open options, and in here, see, I have Jundis. It's up to date. I know it says that is 1.10. When you update it, it will not change the name. So you go import, and you import the string you get from wago.io. And you should see the setup with the nameplates as I have it. Now, for the advanced combat gameplay enhancement thingy, where is it? You have to activate the timeline. Where is the timeline? See, so boss warnings, enable ability. I think this too, and yeah, support icons. When you have these three, and then bigwigs should basically use the timeline that Blizzard provides and just changes the icons. And you can start a test, say, then you can move around. This one are from bigwigs. This one is the actual timeline from Blizz. Oh, the voice. So I have two voices. So there's some voices that came from bigwigs. I haven't set up those. I still need to work on the sounds. I haven't played with it yet that much. It's the default. I need to work on it. I know. Didn't have the time. But you also have... Oh, just a second. Let me disable that. Because it stays on the screen until you stop the test. Bars. Stop test. There we go. Then I have in options, you have two options. I have the sounds when my cooldowns are available, and that is from gameplay enhancement and is from advanced cooldown settings. Here, you see, they have sounds when stuff happens. You right click and you have a assign add alert. You select the type is visual or sound. I like sound because the visual is already enough shit going around. Then when available, I'm interested when the cooldown is done, and then you select the sound type. The shit thing is you don't know what it sounds like. So you select the sound type, and then you have to go to a target dummy and test it because you do not know how it sounds. But for the announcements, you go into options and audio assist. In here, you have enable combat audio alerts. And this is the fun thing. This is you select a voice. The voice here are the voices from Windows. So if you want a different voice or a different language, you go to Microsoft and download a different language package. So like, I select language,
text.
and this
Sample
is how
text.
fast it speaks,
Sample text.
and this is how
Sample
loud.
text. Sample text. Sample text. Sample text.
I like it at 26.
Sample text.
That's my sweet
Sample
spot.
text.
Then start of combat, end of combat. I think this. Yeah, well, you can definitely get different voices. So someone from my guild is from Ireland, and she wanted the Irish accent just for the Benson. So she went to Microsoft and downloaded the language pack with Irish accent. It was hilarious. He had to disable that for a few days because it was getting annoying. But at first, he like blasted it for us, and it was amazing. It was really fun. I'm pretty sure you can find one in our language, because we do have the Windows in our language as well. I mean, for a quick laughter, that could be funny. On the long run, I think the US is okay. The British one sounds more forced than the US, so I'll keep it like that. Also, that cursed sounding is like, it's something nasty coming your way. It fits the theme. And then going forward, this is start combat and combat. Unnecessary if you ask me. But for you as a tank, say your health might be really nice. So I have it off because I'm a DPS, of course, but for you, because you play a tank, how it works is so when you want to be announced, so every 10% is like every 10% you're missing, I think, missing or gaining health. So every swing in your HP of 10% will trigger this. What it will say, so I know it's not that explanatory, but here is like, it will say, let's say you have 100,000, 20%. That's what it say. This one will be 100,000, 20. This will be like 20%, 20. And I don't know what the 2 is. I don't know what that stands for. I can't understand. I know this from the DPS. We'll go, I'll show you a bit later. So, of course, the language, and this is nice. The throttle for this is nice because if you're like spiking like hell in here, you can move this so it will say like every 20, although you have it at 10%, because your lifespan is spiking so hard. If you increase the throttle, it will not like be in your ears like 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. It will not spam you. Let's pick it off, not forget it. Then again, this is for DPS, it's not for you, but you can use it. It's really nice. Is when your mob targets you, it says aggro. For DPS is nice because in a dungeon, if a tank has aggro, you're not targeted by any mobs. So when you hear aggro in your headphones, it means you have been targeted. It's almost impossible to pick aggro. So if you hear this, it's not that you pick aggro, it's because something is casting on you. The NPCs, in order to cast an ability on you, they have to target you first. So if you hear aggro, that means you have been targeted by an ability. So depending on the dungeon of the pool, you should know the pools. You might want to activate preventively, like in my case, like I'm putting a nice barrier. So this is nice. Also in raiding, it's amazing because you know for sure that if you hear that in a raid encounter, something nasty is coming your way. It's nothing good. So you need to be prepared for that shit. Say target health, I think this is dog shit. The only way, so no, it's dog shit for normal people. Keep in mind, this whole feature is made for people with visual disabilities. That's why it was created. When they got it, the add-ons, I heard, I'm assuming Blizzard knew about this shit, that there's a huge community of people with visual imperatives. Like some blind people are playing World of Warcraft, and they were using a WeCore package to play the game. So if you have this like transcribed voice chat, read text chat, and so all of this, they will basically, they do not see the game, they just hear it. Say, you can speak for me in chat, voice chat. So it's really nice. Now, that's why you see things like that on the first thing does not make sense. Where I was like, yeah, so say target health, that's for them, and also the only other DPS class I think it's what is the warrior, because you get into the execute phase. That's about it. And what you're interesting again is here. This is tells me what he casts, what you see, like frostbolt, shadowbolt. This is it. So the setup here is start of the cast. For a tank, it might be depending on your combat. So in raiding, I think end of the cast could be important as well. So at the end of a tank busters, in case you need to switch tank at the end of the ability, I don't know. Again, I haven't looked over the tank mechanic, so I don't know, but it could be important. Now, I have the shortest possible the format. So it's this one. I see target casting fireball. It will say like Murloc casting Gorlo Gorlo. You wanted the shortest one here. It will be important to hear the name as well, but you want the shortest one because what this do, even with throttle, yeah. I have some clips from the War Within. There is a dungeon in Murlocs, and that was the actual cast. You would spam your ears with. It was funny as hell. Nasty because that was a really nasty cast, but it was funny. So yeah, what happens is, even with throttle at 0, if you select the minimum cast to 0, and they would debuff are instant, so you can't do anything for it. This is for interrupt. If at 0, they will see the debuffs and the curses on you, and they go in a stack. And until you finish saying all the casts, it will not stop. So you get to a point where you finish the dungeon and he still says ability names. So keep it at 1 second. You can even increase it to 1.5 to 2 seconds because all the important casts are longer now. So you can interrupt it because that's how Blizzard, made it so you can react in time. Even though because you lost the add-ons and the weak auras that tell you instantly interrupt now, they made the interrupt longer so you can have time to react. Also, this is important for you because you're a paladin. It will alert you what you can dispel on yourself. And you have a lot because you have the bop for bleeds and stuff. You have the cleanse. You have the freedom. So this, anytime you can say you can dispel a debuff on yourself, it will say. So it's nice. You don't have to track that. It's like you will hear it. I don't know how it works though. Magic debuff. I don't know. No, so you see this new next to the menu. All of these were added this expansion. No, so all this new should go into this. I mean, social. Come on, it's about the voice, the text area, the general text. I don't care about that. But usually, the new thing is to cover up for add-ons missing this expansion, like great chat bubbles. This is new. Was an add-on thing. Say this one is new, display class color. So by default, when you are in a party, you'll see you see the name green. I have it with display class colors. I don't know, I like it that way. That green is bothering me. The gameplay enhancement, this is has a lot of things. The cooldown manager is pretty nice. You can do some cool things with it. Also, so you see external defensives for the party. Oh, I was wondering why this always get disabled for some reason. I don't know why. See, diminishing returns for PvP is also nice because you don't have the add-ons anymore. Also, you can trick this because if you're interested only on you, if you're not in a voice comp with your partner, it's like you can't communicate. It's only on you. Single battle assistant, I think is bad. It's a bad addition to the game as a whole. in theory, it helps a lot players that are not good at the game, but at the same time, it will not help you progress. Nameplates. This is if you don't use an add-on, you can play a lot with them here. So you can like create nameplates however you want them. In theory, so all the enhancements that they did are really nice. Just a second. Someone is pinging me. Oh. Sorry. So yeah, I said that on the menu, everything that has new next to it, there are features that are new to this expansion, and technically they are made to overcome the lack of add-ons because they went ham on the add-ons. So you should probably check of it. The gameplay enhancement, I think, is the most important thing. For the audio assist one, I actually made a YouTube video because someone posted in a comment. I post my runs on YouTube, and someone asked me to make a tutorial for it because it seemed complicated. I made that. And give a shout out to the guy who commented. Although I don't know if he saw it or not. With that out of the way, let's I know you can tag people on YouTube, but I didn't want to tag him. You know, it felt like invasive for me. I made it. If he's a follower, he asked for it. If he's a follower, he should watch it. Echo Narco. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. The Echo boys are here. They are behind in midi kills. And they want our keys. Well, on the other hand, I used to go for them. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yeah. They're sick, so they're home with me. The cold, you know, the wind and the switching in temperature got both of them. And now they're bored out of their minds. And they're waiting for my mother-in-law to come and play with them. Basically, that's the gist of it. Nah, they're not big enough to watch too much TV or spend too much time in front of the screens. They have all the life to screw them up. I'm trying to keep them as limited as possible to the screens, basically. And try actually, so not limited at all. My view is that moderation is the key. So I don't want to no, you can't have that, because if you say no to something, they will want it even more. So it's like I'm trying to teach them, like with everything in life, moderation is the key. Go and slow and easy. So they have access. They have access to TV, and my youngest only TV. My oldest has a Nintendo Switch. That's the console that he wanted, and I have to pay attention to what he plays on that. I also cut off all his friends and stuff, so he can't. Yeah, he has a bigger level. Yeah, so he can't actually interact with people online. A lot of predators these days. I don't want to risk it, so no socials for him for now. We want an academy to finish. We have everything in 10. There we go, academy. Oh, this one is even better. But they already have a mage. So I might not get in. Where's my other academy? I should get that. There used to be an add-on that it will let you sort by key number and the name of the dungeon. Can I have both? Academy 11? Never mind, it works. Okay, I'm just bad. Plus 10, there we go. A 12 competitive, I would not want to go to 11, I can do in 11. 11, sure. What was a plus 10? Note. What note? Note if you can trade puzzle box. Well, I can trade puzzle box, but I don't get it, so. If you make it draw for me, I can trade it. Competitive. Yeah, filter. Damage roll available. There we go. Why does it keep resetting? 11 academy. I don't want to go into DPS only groups because it's hard to find tank and healer, especially tank. But if you only have like 3 DPS, it's hard to get anything nowadays. There we go. Nice. Thanks for the invite. Let's port there. Let's flex our ports. Porting now. There we go. Let's go inside. I think I know the healer. No, never mind. I don't. The name, all those seem familiar, but it's not. Oh, I forgot to use this. Dreaming Sun mode. There we go. So if anyone is curious what that does, that actually activates particular effects, these glowing effects on the tier set. That's what it does. Yini. Let's create the food table. We don't have any food left, so let's eat. There goes our last sip of coffee. No, I have some how's it called? It's a win up. I have a bunch of songs from a guy who are that are royalty free, so I can keep them in the vault afterwards without being muted by Twitch. There's a guy who teaches basically stuff about streaming, and he created this huge, all kind of like lo-fi music for all kinds of genders, and I just went ahead and get that from him. Also, I think it helps being, like some elevator music. That's how I call it. Like chill on the background. When I'm solo, I'm blasting that new metal. That's my my kind of music. Also, when I want to focus. Okay, everyone is here. I have lube on the weapon. I have a flask. I have food. Good to go. Yeah, new metal, like NU metal. I don't have a favorite band though. It's like my playlist, like 2 songs for every band. My latest obsession is the. Although I'm not a particular fan of the Motionless in White,
3,
the new song "Afraid of the Dark." Man, that song is a blessing. I think they're is the best song they ever produced. Like they released it like a month ago or so. It's amazing.
2,
I think I hear it like when I first discovered it, like a whole day it was on repeat. It's that good. It sounds good and it has a powerful message as well. So we go for the crit buff. Should we go for the verse? Nah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that song. It's incredible. So it will be a huge pull here, and we will lost this.
Vile bite.
He missed those buddies. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for him. Ooh, there we go. We will select a target, and we will blast that target.
Vile bite.
So this is a huge pull right here. And a nasty one as well.
Aggro.
Because you have a lot of debuffs. So the tank, look at the tank. It's like struggling to stay alive there.
Vile
And
bite.
cooldown is up again. So they have a lot of HP.
Aggro.
Dead. Yeah, we failed the pull. And I don't think I can save it. Nah, I can't. Yep. So this is a problem. And not that we failed the pull. Fuck that shit. We can go again anytime. The problem is that DKs and Paladins, the plate users tanks, are the squishiest tanks right now. So when you go for a huge pull like that, you should know your limits. And it's really hard. And I think the monk is not the best healer for this pull either. I think, from my point of view, I'm not playing a healer monk, but from what I saw, the monk struggles, especially the monk in this pool in particular. So I think it's on how they do damage, how they do healing. So I know there's a talent that you need to actually DPS in order to heal. So that's why a lot of people are playing monk, because it's fun. It's a DPS healer. Similar in some ways with the discipline priest, because again, in order to do heal, he has to do damage, and I think that's what's appealing from players.
Vile bite.
And in this pool, when there's a lot of shit on the ground, there's a lot of debuffs. That's also nasty for the Death Knight, because you have some nasty bleeds and poison from these guys, and they stack up also.
Vile bite.
So yeah, the combo of tank and healer was unfortunate for them. There we go, almost done. See,
Vile bite.
just needed to take it a bit more slow. So we had no bloodlust, no cooldowns, and we still managed this one. I think they were not prepared for that damage. They did not expect it. Not even if we wipe here, so this is a dungeon that's generous on time. With 20 deaths, as long as we don't die to like a boss, because those take a long time to kill. As long as we don't die to a buff with 20 deaths, I think even 30 days we can still time it. Of course, you don't want to go that far because you're playing on the edge at that point. But yeah, okay, buff. How is my mage not buffing himself? Okay, there we go. go like this. Orb into a ray.
Bark
Oh.
Breaker.
Sometime we have it. There we go. Nice. We managed to use the report as well since we don't have lust here.
Germinate.
Slowly moving to the left. Perfect. Okay. Really coordinated group. That's nice to see. If they don't fuck up the next boss, we will do this in time.
Branch out.
The next boss is really nasty if we don't go for the air phase first. Again,
Breaker.
I think it's a bad combo between tank and healer because the tank struggles.
Germinate. Burst forth.
Okay, now we go for orb into some shutters. Stack with me.
Bark
Yeah,
Breaker.
I know it. Oh shit. Into a ray. Clear these ads.
Germinate.
Bro, if you're running for me like an idiot for no reason whatsoever, it's like we're stacked under you and then you decide to move to the left for no reason.
Branch out.
We can't stay next to you. Why you do that?
Bark Breaker.
Interrupt this. Yeah, we did our job. We interrupted. We activate the full combo and we blast. So, yeah,
Germinate.
these guys are not ready for this
Burst forth.
boss. Kill the boss. Screw the small ones. I see them. There we go. Again. Yeah, so you can't stay on the tank if the tank right in the moment when he casts he moves because he thinks he wants to start rotating from a different point. That's not how it works. The first run, Germinate was
Storm
so clean,
slash.
and then the tank decided to do
Deadly
shenanigans.
Winds.
That's not necessary.
Expel intruders.
Okay, that wind there is nasty.
Deadly Winds.
We have to move
Storm
around
slash.
because of that. And we do not like that. As a caster, you want to stay still, even as a frost mage. Which
Deadly
is really
Winds.
mobile.
Storm
Use the
slash.
orb as well. This guy is so beefy.
Expel intruders.
But this is the nice part of the healer. See, as a range, I can damage
Deadly
from
Winds.
outside of the circle.
Aggro. Storm slash.
I was picking and did not pay attention. My bad.
Deadly Winds.
Ah, man, where's the damage at?
Storm slash. Expel intruders.
Also, it's nasty when you have too many DPS because, like right now, because we're two range, all of them tornadoes are on us, and we were also in the same quarter as well. So, in here we will try to do the cooldowns on a rotation, just one cooldown per pack. Like for this one, just do the orb because there's no beefy boy. It will the alpha or something like that. The eagle is called. It will be in the second pack. So for the second pack, we will do a Ray of Frost, and for the third one as well, we will see either orb or Ray of Frost, probably Ray of Frost, or maybe both because there are two alpha males in that one. So yeah, see, Ray of Frost on this one. I did not activate the trinket. I don't know why it did not work. The trinket is not. It should be outside of the global
Raging
cooldown, but sometimes
Screech.
it feels like it does not start when I wanted him to. So I don't know why. It seems kind of clunky to use it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I had it in a macro, and again,
Gust.
it did not work with the Ray of Frost macro. There we go. The second pack of mobs, and again we have here both. So we'll use Orb and Ray of Frost here
Gust.
because they're two alpha, and then they are quite beefy together. So we need to
Raging Screech.
do as much damage as I can see. They did both DPSs and they are still live and kicking.
Gust.
We did almost all the freezing stacks from that one, so we'll switch to the one with more HP. Also, that almost invisible frontal is really nasty, so try to pay attention to it. It's a one shot. I think as a tank you might get more than one shot, but as a caster, even as a melee, you're kind of dead. Okay. So, air first. Right? You want to do the wind. Just a second, I slid. Okay. So they know. They know. I love when people know. Sure. Come on.
Savage Peck.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they trinket and even pre-pot. Now,
Deafening
I
screech.
used pre-pot and it did not activate. This is an interrupt. We don't want to cast when this is available, but we can
Overpowering gust.
cast after. Ray of Frost. And we spam these boys.
Savage Peck.
We blinked for the bolt open because that mage was moving in tandem with me. And you do
Deafening
not want
screech.
that. We managed to finish that
Ruinous
cast.
Wines.
Okay, so wind is this side. You want to go for the wind first. What the hell? Oh, it took my orb. Why wind? Because the fire pulses damage. Also take orb as a caster. And you will not be pushed.
Savage Peck.
The fire pulses damage, and the more you'll have that damage pulses the whole run. If you start with the wind,
Deafening
you get
Screech.
thrown around through, but at least you can avoid that the damage over time from the
Overpowering
fire,
gust.
and you go for the fire the second time. And basically, you have less damage on the group. The thing is that the fire has a
Savage Peck.
damage phase, so after you activate the fire for like a few seconds, he will take increased damage. So you can also,
Deafening Screech.
if you have like huge blasters, like, not sustained, but
Ruinous Wines.
the guys who actually how's it called, they have cool like pumpers, like you can go for the fire, but I still would not suggest it. I could swear that I have that. Okay, firestorm is coming. We activate everything and we go for it. See, like Ira is kicking here. We had cooldowns for this phase. We are killing it.
Savage Peck.
There we go. Almost done it.
Deafening Screech.
Okay, I hate this interrupt.
Overpowering Gust.
That's we're doing really good. So this is one of the nastiest bosses in this dungeon right now,
Savage Peck.
because there's a lot of damage and it really stresses out the healer. Ray of Frost. We will use all the
Deafening
cooldowns. Doesn't
Screech.
matter how low the boss is on HP. We will not use a
Overpowering Gust.
health pot as well. Have the healer out. We do not want to wipe here. There we go. It is done. Well, I said that
Savage
earlier,
Peck.
and we wipe. Beautiful. Go next. Almost there. So in here we can get a really, and I mean a really good ring for us. And I hope I actually get it, because I have a bad ring. And I have a good ring but low eye level. So basically I have no good rings.
Vicious Ambush.
In here,
Rift Breath.
I know the tactic was to
Rift Breath.
go to Narnia and try to hide from the breath. Right now, what you want to do is stay right next to the group so you don't damage
Vicious
anyone with your
ambush.
circle. Say, right here. No one is in the circle, no one takes damage
Rift
from
breath.
that, and everyone can see where the
Rift Breath.
breath is going, so can avoid it. Well, because it's next to the group. At least they should. They kind of took a lot of damage for nothing there, but that's where you avoid the
Vicious
breath and you
ambush.
still manage to do damage. So just next to the group,
Rift breath.
perfect.
Rift
Everyone can
breath.
see, because the biggest issue is not the damage from the impact, is where he spews that breath, and also the visual of it, because it's actually bigger than it looks. We shall use
Vicious
that
ambush.
proc
Rift
before.
breath.
There we go. I think we managed to do
Rift
it.
breath.
To get everything. All the balls have been collected. Shatter as much as we can. And we are ready.
Vicious
Aggro.
ambush.
Here we go.
Rift breath. Rift breath. Vicious
Aggro.
ambush.
Okay, let's move forward. Just a bit more. And we done.
Aggro.
Surge.
Interrupt that. Ooh. That hurt. That hurt. Tank. Whoa, the tank is spiking like crazy here. So, if you're a dwarf here, you're the happiest man alive. Because there's a huge physical damage. For a paladin, you can negate that with bow. But dwarf is the
Vicious
better
ambush.
choice. So there's a huge bleeding
Rift breath.
debuff by the battle axe.
Rift breath.
So yeah, that's why the tank was spiking that hard, because that debuff hits hard.
Vicious ambush. Rift breath. Rift breath.
See, this breath animation, it looks beautiful, but it's really hard to see the edges of it. And you
Vicious
can easily
ambush.
die if you're not. So always be sideways
Rift
to the
breath.
back of him. Okay, the next packs are also really nasty. And to be honest, I would pick two and lost them. Yeah. Do a lost here, because these packs are nasty.
Aggro.
This textbook like stands forever.
Aggro. Aggro.
Interrupt there. Hopefully it's not on us. See, one man down. I'm down as well. Fine. Instant. That's why I lost it there. Like if you're unlucky with the RNG, you get one tap. And also in there is the you have battle axes and you have books in that pull, that double pull. So the battle axes leave nasty bleeds on the tank, and the books what does is channel a stun. Basically, you charm. It channels a charm into a player, and it's like a 6-second stun. We can still do this in time. We just need to focus. We basically kill nothing here. See the battle axe, that's the problem. And again, the combo between the tank and healer, it's that great. I'll pop it. Strong defensive here. The book is interrupted. I don't have any cooldowns because we blasted them cooldowns earlier, so hope for the best now. I will have them in a bit, so yeah, I will pop this with a rare frost. Don't
Surge.
overlap tap me with that. Do this as well.
Surge.
Okay, we're good. Interrupt that. Nice. Okay, we're going somewhere.
Aggro.
but it was hard because of the lack of cooldowns.
Monotonous lecture.
And in here we have book again and 3 battle axes. That pack is also incredibly nasty. Just 1 book, but the battle axes are incredibly strong. And again, as a dwarf in here, you have a huge advantage. Pick all of them, get all them bleeds, and then use your racial to dispose of them. Easy. We'll use Ray of Frost here as well just to clear this pack fast. I think this pack is way nastier. The whole room is nastier than the boss itself. The boss is quite easy. Even though it's tyrannical, it's still easy. We have 8 minutes. No, I don't. We won't do it. It's an 11. The bosses are too hard. It takes too much, basically. I don't see them pumping that hard. Also wasted that lust there, so.
Arcane expulsion.
I mean, take 1. Use the ray here. Get some more procs. Drop this back to the back. There we go.
Arcane expulsion.
I still have 3 more seconds, so you don't want to overlap the buffs. There we go. That disappeared. We can get 1 more.
Mana bombs.
Do the orb.
Arcane
so
fissure.
we will not wait for them to, because we started the fight without proper cooldowns. We do not want to wait for them to align. We just use them.
Arcane
how we see fit.
expulsion.
Wait for the balls to rotate. There we go. We got everyone. I can take an orb. No, I could not.
Mana bombs.
There we go. Managed to take it, but I lost a lot of DPS because of it. And now we have this to deal with.
Aggro. Arcane expulsion.
I can't for 6 seconds. So I might as well cast the full Ray of Frost there. 3 seconds to go. 1. Okay, never mind.
Mana bombs.
That guy took it for me. I don't know why. I could take it. But I just needed to drop the debuffers.
Arcane fissure.
I mean, you can survive with 2, but why put more pressure on the healer? It's unwanted pressure. It's not like good pressure.
Arcane expulsion.
Useless. We don't have the debuff. We will pick this ASAP. Use the trinket for more mastery, which
Mana
means
bomb.
more shatter and more damage overall. We'll have Ray of Frost soon.
Arcane
Blink
expulsion.
into Ray. 1 second left. Okay, we can take this. Just use the
Mana bombs.
field to negate some of that damage. We need to run with this first.
Arcane fissure.
Use that. Damn it.
Arcane expulsion.
I don't think I managed to dispel that. No, it's 4. We can take it. So we will take it. Okay, so there we go. Done.
Mana bombs.
5 minutes. We will not do it because we have that huge trash. So this boss. Okay, it took 2 minutes 27 seconds. We have a chance. No, we have too many packs. I don't know. We will struggle with it until the bitter end. Seems like the group is trying, but too many battle axes. I don't know if that's the good part, but we shall struggle. Interrupt that. Do a breath so we can stop the casting again. Okay, again.
Surge.
Go, go, go. Push, 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 push. Interrupt. Base. Nice. It's a race against time right now. There is a small chance we do it. But I don't think so. I think we will do it like a few seconds after. We do have lost. No, we don't have lost either because it's 4 minutes and we have 352. We will not get lost one. Yeah, sad. If we didn't screw that pull before the boss, like the arcane boss, if we didn't die in there, we could have done it. Is the tank going?
Arcane Bolt.
No. So no, he gave up. If we don't push
Aggro.
here hard, it's no way we can do it. I mean, we can't do it in time anyway. It's like 3 minutes. We will not kill all of this in 1 minute. That's for
Arcane
sure.
Bolt.
So might
Arcane
as well, take it easy. We will deplete the
Arcane
key
Bolt.
after these packs of mobs, and then we will reset the bloodlust for the boss, and that is it. That's how you will roll it. Sad that could have been completed if we didn't. I mean, there were some
Arcane
more
Smash.
pulls that were kind of bad. I would take this together with these two and go inside. I think that's the best way to pull this.
Arcane Smash.
If you ask me, I don't know if anyone asks me. Interrupt that. Perfect. Well, he screwed up that, but we waited too far, and I think now the patrol will come after us. I think we will drag it. Body pull. Oh, okay. I was under the impression that we will pull those as well, and that's no bueno. If we take this to the boss, we might have a chance. But we did not take them to the boss.
Arcane Smash.
Oh shit. That was some nesting overlapping. 2 Arcane Smash in a row. So Arcane Smash does 50% of the whole party's HP, and the each of those big boys does 1. So what happened is we got 2 in a row. The healer didn't have time to top. So you dead. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your message. Drummer, oh, nice. I don't know how to play an instrument. I would love to play an instrument. And when I was like kid, I was like, oh, the guitar is what draw my attention. That's always what you see in the front of any band is, and you hear it really loud. You don't realize that the drummer is even cooler. You get older and you realize that maybe, just
Astral
maybe,
Blast.
you would want something else. So right now, if I
Energy
would pick
Bomb.
an instrument, I think it would be a violin. You can do some nasty shit with the violin.
Astral Blast.
And when I mean nasty, like really cool, awesome things that we would not expect from
Power Vacuum.
nice. Oh, okay. It's not like drummers
Astral
playing the
Blast.
drums is easy.
Energy Bomb. Astral Blast.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easy. I think editing is hard, to be honest.
Power Vacuum.
If it wasn't hard, anyone could be a musician, which is not the case. But wait for
Astral
it. It will
Blast.
come for you. You don't need to go into it. It rotates around. Ah, shit.
Energy
Okay.
Bomb.
Also, this boss, to be successful, you need to
Astral Blast.
tag it and kite it here to this corner, and went from corner, not in the middle, because see, there's pulled everyone out.
Power Vacuum.
Okay, why you have tried or you have successfully? Did anything went wrong?
Astral Blast.
Okay, we will have
Energy
to.
Bomb.
Just an FYI to everyone, we will have to close it after this run. I
Astral
stood in that
Blast.
intentionally. So this does damage, but you do more DPS with it. Now,
Power Vacuum.
shit.
Astral Blast.
Yeah, well, to be
Energy
honest,
bomb.
it's really hard to to get in the music industry. I
Astral
think
blast.
there are a lot of singers that have a lot of talent and they never see the fame that they deserve. And I think this happened
Power
throughout the
vacuum.
whole history. I mean, look at all the great we depleted by 1 minute, but we still got some and no loot. Maybe someone, let's see, Dragon Games, it's Trinket, Head Cleaver, it's an next. So no ring, no one got anything from us. It is what it is. Thanks for the run. Run. And oh, close. Close. That second, the web before the second, the third boss. That's what made us lose. Because so wiping on that kind of trash, it hurts a lot. Because we didn't kill any of them, and we had to basically wasted a lot of time there. If we could didn't wipe Dave, we took like, so that's the thing. It's more possible to complete a key if you go slowly than if you go fast and wipe. It's really punishing on that. Okay. So unfortunately, that's all the time I had. I'll stream tonight the raid. So hopefully I get some. I need one more tier piece so I can unlock the full potential of tier. Thanks, mate. Thanks for being around. See ya. We can. So if you have any question, hit me on Discord. We can talk there. If you have any difficulties with the setup as well. And we should definitely do some impulse together. As you can see, we are lacking in text. Okay. Thanks everyone, and see you. Peace.